Hello, 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 hello. And Debbie J, you are the winner again. And you know
Yep.
what? Let's make a contest, okay? Welcome, Warpath. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The next person that is in my life first, I will be sending them out a
Wins.
hug taser. How's that?
No, I thought you was gonna say a can of Harley Sparks.
Oh, well, yeah. If you rather have Harley's farts, then we can hand them
Hey,
out.
what is
Oh,
going on?
what? What? Warpath? I accidentally cut you off, Warpath. Are you there? Hartley has been having a fart explosion.
Yeah.
She's in the other room, so I don't start coughing and my eyes are not
We're
watering. Huh?
we're re- we're repeating.
Are, then you have something open.
We're repeating.
Am I repeating?
What
I
what would
don't
I
hear
have
that.
open?
Do you have, I don't know. And then she fell. Then she fell. All right, all right, all right. Oh, it. Am I repeating, Debbie J? A Warpath is okay. She had something open. Okay, let's drop a link. Drop a link. And you know who is tired of these high prices? Okay, Warpath was. Thank you, thank you. I went to the grocery store, got 3 little bags, and was $125. No, I did not buy steaks. I bought, cleaning supplies, a few things of this, a few things of that. I am tired of it. And then for people, that are not getting paid due to this federal cutback or the federal can't pay you yet, or if your food stamps don't cover it, and of course you can't afford it, what do you do? You're between a hard place, you know. So I got some ideas for you that has been done and it works out and it will save a lot of money. I wish I did get food stamps. I know, Debbie J. I know what you mean. And Warpath, I dropped the link again. I am not sure what Warpath is doing. Let's do the fair act. I am doing the fair act because I'm going to show some items that really does work. It will shock you. And pennies of the dollar, pennies of the dollar. So those 3 bags, I think we're all going to be ready. Yes, yeah, I know. I know. So let's stretch our dollar bills. Let's make what money we do have stretch. And let's make the food that we have to, yeah, be ready. Yeah, get our stomach ready for grass. So let's start. I found this. Hold on, Debbie. Hold on, Warpath. And I think you're gonna enjoy it.
It's made food last so long without fancy gadgets. Back when wasting anything was unthinkable, they had ingenious tricks for everything. Today, we're exploring 25 oddly useful food hacks that kept families fed and thriving through tough times. Let's start with stale bread as croutons. Instead of throwing away that day-old loaf, your grandparents would cut it into cubes and toast them with butter, salt, and herbs.
Well, I don't know about your family, but my family does not like the ends of the bread, which that would be great for this. You know what I mean? And we're going to eat beans and potatoes. Right. No, I'm listening. I have to get his sandwich. Okay, Warpath. Okay. This will give you hints of some meat and how to stretch your food. I mean, I found some great videos that I forgot about. My grandparents. Oh, and fried bread. Yes. Oh, let's talk about fried bread. We're going to do Native American fried bread Friday while we talk about skinwalkers. Now, if you want to join us, there's 4 ingredients instead of 3. Warpath remembered the 4th one. All you guys need is flour, salt, baking powder, and water. Now, that is cheaper than any bread. That is cheaper than any bread I know. And, of course, we got to need vegetable grease to fry it up. So if you want to join it. Oh, you're going to make hamburger stew. So am I. I'm going to make hamburger stew too. And so we can dip it. It will fill the stomach. It's cheap. It's cheap. Yeah, flour, salt, baking powder. There's a recipe that I seen. It was flour and salt and water. So let's try it. And vegetable oil. And I'm going to cook it I'm going to fry it up in an electric skillet. So join us and we will, Warpath is going to teach us how to do it. And so everybody can taste it and you guys can tell me what you think of it. Instead of trusting this old girl here, Mr. Pork, come on up. Warpath is coming up after making her stepdad a sandwich. And hopefully we will be putting money back in we are going to keep money in your pocket instead of giving it out to Walmart or your local food stores. Yes, Warpath says she grew up on it. What do you think, Mr. Pork?
Can you hear me?
You got to turn it up. You're real low.
Can you hear me? How about now?
Perfect. Now, you said you have a stew that everybody loves. Do you want to share it? And then I can show everybody how to cook it?
Are you talking about the beef?
Yeah.
Beef vegetable soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the recipe over to you.
Debbie J, I did too. So, guys, I will put the recipe on, share the recipe on my community post. So if you guys want to make it and have it ready for that night, we can dip the Native American bread into the stew. And we can tell Mr. Pork what we think of his beef and vegetable stew. It sounds good, Mr. Pork. It really does. And I seen what he can cook. That man can cook. So how are you today, Mr. Pork?
I'm good. How about you, Kimmy?
Doing fine. Do you want to tell everybody what I asked you to make for me?
Are you talking about your intro?
Yeah, but changing my image on my page or on my where I talk, you can see a young 20-year-old, which I am not young anymore. I'm an old grandma. So I'm going to change it to something different. Mr. Pork, you want to break
You
them
can
in?
explain it, Kimmy.
What is the... Oh, thank you, Warpath. Thank you. Well, I asked Mr. Pork to make an old redneck grandma Now I'm missing one tooth in the back that I pulled myself during the C period, and no dentists were around, so I pulled it myself. So I got to have a missing tooth there, right? Have to have a cigarette between my lips, And I'm fat because I had thyroid cancer. And wait, I'm taking notes. Okay. Okay. And I am a bad pill taker. I am. I hate to take pills. So I let my thyroid pills slide, which if I don't keep on them, I gain weight because I have no thyroid. I lost it to cancer, which I've got to start taking it again. Oh, girl. If I fall down, all I have to do is roll. So I asked him to make me a fat old grandma with a missing tooth, cowboy hats, boots, and saggy boobies down to her knees. Right? And I got myself a cane, but it's not really a cane. It's a walking stick, but they are sold with the canes. So I don't like the idea of a cane. So I have a walking stick instead.
That's
Made
just
of pure.
sugarcoating it, Kimmy.
What?
That's just sugarcoating it.
You want to explain it then?
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
This walking stick. Yeah, Debbie J said, please. This walking stick is solid wood. It was made from a local person, and it's solid, and it's a lifetime warranty. So, yeah, it can hold my fat old weight. So this old fat grandma's going to have boots on, a missing tooth, cigarettes between her lips, and a cowboy hat, and a pew if he can on my hip. And of course, I asked him to have a pony or a Great Dane dog beside her, beside this character. And this is going to be replacing my thank you, Angel, of making this. But let's get the age right. I'm not 20. I don't want anybody think I'm 20 years old and look like that. I looked like that when I was 20, but I don't look like that now. So poor Mr. Pork, he's embarrassed. He told me no how many times?
It was a few times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told him he's not hurt. He thought he was being mean. I go, no. I think it's funny. Let's do it. And my are not down to my knees yet, but I think it's funny. Let's, I want everybody to laugh. I laugh. I think it's funny. So let's do it. Let's laugh. Let's have fun. I'm tired of hate and the meanness, and it's time to laugh and have fun. And I laugh at myself all the time. All right, let's go back. Let's go back and continue this oddly useful food hacks.
This wasn't just about avoiding waste. It was about creating something delicious from what others might discard. During the Depression era, when a loaf of bread cost about 9 cents, equivalent to about $1.50 today, every slice mattered. They'd save bread that was getting hard, cube it up, and toss it in a hot...
Me too, WordPath. Me too. I'm excited. Girl, please, I'm stuck of the drama. I know. It's fun to sit in the bushes once in a while, but after a while, it's like, I'm sorry, life can be so hard. Trying to make ends meet. Something breaks and you have to fix it. And you think you have enough money to do something, and then something happens. And you kind of in an off mood anyway, and then you hear the drama and or the hate, and it's easy for hate to encourage hate. And I'm just a person that I did not like who I became when I was on that train. And I try very hard. Don't use the Lord's name in vain. To me, it's like my soul's being whipped every time I hear it. It just hits me to the core. And as you know, I don't use the Lord's name in vain. I won't. The F word might slip by, or bull S or whatever might slip in. But like I said, I'd rather laugh than be angry. I'd rather be happy than be, pissed off. My opinion.
Skillet with whatever fat they had on hand, often bacon grease or butter. The result? Golden,
I know, Debbie J, I
crispy
do too.
croutons that added texture to soups and salads. Some families would even season them with garlic powder or dried herbs from their garden. This practice was so common that many restaurants in the 1940s and 50s started making their own croutons this way, turning potential waste into a menu staple. Today we spend $3 or $4 on a bag of croutons at the store, but your grandparents knew the secret was already sitting in their bread box: potato as a fridge deodorizer.
Okay, I'm going to
Long
stop
before
it right
baking
here.
soda
This is a
boxes.
great idea. I'm going to go back a little bit, but we all have these breads, and since I got Harley, she finds them. She finds everything. But if you don't have a Harley at your house, you find a few pieces of bread that are hard, it took too long to get to, or if you're like my family, that they don't like the end pieces, save the end pieces, cut them up, fry them up in butter, put seasoning on it. If you buy croutons, you're saving $3 to $4 right there, and you can season it how you like it, and there's not going to be a recall because, oops, somebody didn't wash their hands and E. coli, or oops, we got hepatitis A on it, or oops, we got this, or oops, we got that. Oh, you do that, Debbie J? Well, see, Debbie J's ahead of us. Debbie J already knows Mr. Pork. She's ahead of us.
I see that.
She's right there. And Debbie J, you probably should come up and talk about it. But this is interesting about a potato replacing your baking soda. Okay. Do you know baking soda can use for one other thing? We used to do it way back then, and I was just a little whippersnapper. We use it instead of toothpaste sometimes if we forgot toothpaste, or mom had made to the store, or there's a blizzard and she couldn't get out because we were 10 miles from town, on the gravel road from the highway. But baking soda is great to whiten teeth, and if you buy chemicals or whiteners, and baking soda will do it, and a lot cheaper, and it don't hurt your teeth, and it won't get them so bright that you will glow in the dark either. But there's another use of potatoes other than eating them, and listen what they do.
Became the go-to fridge freshener. Your grandparents discovered that a simple raw potato could work wonders. They'd cut a potato in half and place it cut side up in the back of the refrigerator or pantry. The potato's starch naturally absorbed odors from fish, onions, and other pungent foods. This trick was especially popular in the 1930s through the 1950s, when refrigerators were smaller and foods were often stored together in tight spaces. The science behind it is simple. Potatoes are porous and act like natural sponges for airborne molecules. Families would replace the potato every week or two.
Ugh, why do I have to be at your work?
That is
I'm
cheap
sick.
Because someone
compared
got kicked out of
to
hula.
baking soda that you replace.
Often using the old one.
I mean, you can use the other half, like for potato soup or in a stew. Just take half of it and put it in your refrigerator or deep. I don't know if it works for your deep freeze because I do put baking soda in my deep freeze, my freezer, but in the refrigerator, there you go. No chemicals, no nothing. It's just a potato and it works. But listen what they did to the ones that pulled out of the refrigerator. It's not done in the potato life. And this is why I like no wasting money. You go buy something and you use every part of it for different parts of what you need. There's no waste. And I like that because it costs too much to buy to begin with because prices have jumped so much. Our disability didn't jump up. Social Security didn't jump up. I don't get I don't get food stamps, and a lot of people food stamps got cut. You put it in the ground. No, Debbie J, watch what. Well, hold on. Let's see what you do with it.
In their compost or garden. Some households even placed potatoes in their root cellars to keep stored vegetables fresher longer. The best part, when the potato was done with its deodorizing duty, it could still be planted if it had started sprouting,
Debbie J,
giving
you
you a
were
whole
right.
new crop.
You were
That's right. One potato could freshen your fridge and then grow into pounds more potatoes. Talk about getting your money's worth from a 5-cent vegetable. Boil potato peels for stock. Your grandparents never threw away potato peels.
I'm sorry.
They saw liquid gold where others saw garbage. After peeling potatoes for dinner, they'd collect.
So what do you think of that? I think that's a wonderful idea. And anybody who gardens, my mom had a compost in her garden. Oh, Warpath, that is smart. That is smart. Yeah, Debbie J, you're with it, girl. You're younger than I, You're with it, girl. You're with it. But this will also give you a way to keep animals and bugs out of your garden too. And they will tell you in a few. But yeah, compost, it really helps. Yeah. And it's great. It does great.
The peels in a pot with water. Add some onion scraps, carrot tops, and whatever herbs they had. Then simmer it all for 30-45 minutes. This created a rich, flavorful vegetable stock that cost absolutely nothing extra. During World War II, when meat was rationed and every penny counted, this potato peel stock became the base for countless soups and stews. The peels actually contain more nutrients than the potato itself, packed with vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. Families would strain out the solids and use the golden liquid for cooking rice, making gravy, or as the foundation for vegetable soup.
Now, Mr. Pork, I never thought of that. Have you?
No, I never have either.
That is a great idea. I
Yeah, it is.
mean, use the peels because if you don't feed it to the rabbits or the guinea pig in the background or rabbits outside or the squirrels, you can make, you use the carrots and the chunks of the carrots you don't use, you throw it in there in the pot, you cook it up, strain it. You have broth, vegetable broth. You don't have to buy billion cubes that's so full of salt that swells anybody's legs.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy the pre-packaged broth that's tiny. Everything is mini size now. You have to buy two, which one used to do you very well. So, how many uses they use for that potato? Quite a few. And if they have some potatoes they left behind, or the one in the refrigerator that grows the eyes, they can plant it for next year, and that will produce more potatoes. So, guys, if you have a garden, here's an idea. Here's an idea, and it don't go to waste. You used every part of it. You're not you get double your money, I would say, because you can get vegetable broth out of it. So, it's a win-win in my book. But tell me how you guys think. Tell me if it's a good idea, bad idea. You do it or you don't do it, and this was why.
Some clever cooks would even reduce it down further to concentrate the flavor. In rural areas, this practice was so common that neighbors would share their peel water recipes, each family adding their own twist with different herbs or vegetable scraps. Today's trendy zero-waste cooking movement is really just rediscovering what your grandparents knew all along. Save bacon grease. In your grandparents' kitchen, that ceramic jar by the stove wasn't decorative. It was the bacon grease.
Now, my grandparents always saved the bacon grease. You say bacon grease, Debbie J? Oh, Mr. Pork, she is so ahead of us. She is so ahead of us. In the refrigerator, I have a jar of bacon grease. I did not know how long if I needed to put it out on the cupboard with the lid on it or in the refrigerator. I didn't know because I remember it. Warpath, you did too? See, I didn't know how long you can keep it out, if it's any good. I mean, does it go rotten? And this really tells us, for people like me that see my grandparents, that, girl, Debbie J, you're just so ahead of us. Oh my God. You need to come up here and tell your story because, oh, your grandma did? Yeah. We need to keep it in the refrigerator. Oh, in the refrigerator. How long does bacon grease last in the refrigerator? Now, this says to strain it. And there's another place says just pour it in and make it into cook it up later, like if you're doing excuse my language, guys, shit on the shingle. But if you wanted to use, if you don't have no meat, you can use that. My story, I'm poor. Debbie J, I feel ya. I feel ya. Yeah, Debbie J needs to give us some ideas. She really does. They use the drippings and what's left in that pan. I got some in there for 3 months now. Whoa, okay. Okay. Now, did you pour it through something to keep the bacon chips out that came off of the bacon? And it's just grease?
It says you can keep it in the refrigerator for 3 to 6 months.
Okay. All right.
Stored in sealed container.
Well, yeah, mine was in a sealed container, but it wasn't strained, and that's why I was worried. It had chunks in it.
It'll make it stink too if you don't strain it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right.
You don't refrigerate it.
All right. All right. Okay, I'm learning. See, I'm learning. I'm learning. I want to save money. I'm tired of, I clean it all up. There we go. I'm tired of bringing home 3 grocery bags, and you know how small they are. And you just paid the cashier $150, and you plus a small bag of cat food, and you look around going, what the F did I buy? You didn't buy steaks. You bought barely any food that'll last you a day or two, and $150. And I'm just done with it. And guys, it's time to fight back. It's time to fight back. Our voices will not be heard from DC. They don't care. I mean, we have Trump fans, and we have in the middle of the road fans, and we have Democrat fans. But I think we can all come together. We need to cut the costs so our money can stretch. I look at the photos of meat. There we go. While you're eating shit on the shingle. And guys, I'm not making that up. Back in grade school, on school, they would do like a dry beef, and they made a creamy white gravy, lots of pepper, and they put it on toast. And it's shit on the shingle. That was the name of it. So, no, I didn't make that up. I guess some kid did when I was in grade school, and it stuck. You know, everybody, even here, they said S on the shingle. But let's fight back. Well, see, Warpath, I made it with hamburger the other night and put it over mashed potatoes. And the mashed potatoes help fill up, you know, so you're not hungry so fast. It's more of a filler than a toast. So I did mashed potatoes. And if you want to come on up, Debbie J. If you want to come on up, Warpath and Debbie J. You know it's open. But I mean, I put it over potatoes. I mean, it's time to fight back. Our voices won't be heard, but this way, you know, hopefully this way you don't have to look and say, do I buy food or do I buy my medicine? My electricity is that much because I had to run the air conditioner. This is happening, that's happening. I don't have money for it. So let's go back in time. Let's see what they did, and to cut costs and to save us money. I'm tired of blowing money. I'm tired to give my money to the companies that are greedy, that increase it, but that put it down in mini size. I'm done. And this is my way of fighting back, going, you know what? I'm already do that. Do I get gas or food? Right, Debbie J. There you go. If you're deciding if you need gas or food, it shouldn't be like that. Nobody needs to go hungry. There's no reason why there is a hungry person in this world. All they had to do is look at the farmers in the United States. I know back when I was a teenager, it was what, 5% of the United States? But if they let them and say, go for it, they could feed everybody. But when I was a teenager, you get paid extra if you don't use this field for food, you know, for corn or for soybeans. And you work two full-time jobs too, right, Debbie J? Right. They're hurting farmers. You know, Mr. Poor, that these poor farmers, diesel's going up, seed's going up, fertilizers going on. Oh, thanks to, sorry, Obama area. He charges the farmers for methane gas. So, how much does a cow fart? Well, I better shut up about Harley's farting. I don't want to get taxed because Harley's farting. You know? Just what a farmer needs to get taxed because you have livestock and they fart, so that's methane gas in the air. Come on, really? Do you enjoy the steak? Do you enjoy your hamburger? Do you enjoy your roast beef or pork chops? And we've got to save the farmer. And here, I'm going on a rant, and I'm sorry. But corporations are buying land. Things are so expensive that a farmer nowadays has to have a full-time job and do the farming part-time on his side job. Corporations are putting chemicals in the animals that make young girls, how can I put it, mature faster than they did in the olden days on normal ages. But let's go back. I'm done. Enough of my ranting and raving. All right, let's go back and save money. Let's save money.
Container, and it was pure culinary gold. Every time they cooked bacon, they'd carefully pour the hot grease through a strainer into that jar, where it would solidify into white fat. This wasn't just frugality, it was flavor insurance. A tablespoon of bacon grease could transform plain green beans into a southern delicacy, or turn cornbread from good to unforgettable. During the 1940s and 50s, bacon grease was often the primary cooking fat in many households, especially in the South and Midwest. It was used for frying eggs, sautéing vegetables, making pie crusts flakier, and even popping popcorn.
Let me go back. Okay, we're back.
I do want to convince you that we can help you quit the P word, and I want to convince you that we can help you live a life that...
The smoky, salty flavor it imparted was considered essential to many regional dishes. Families would guard their grease jar carefully, keeping it covered and away from light to prevent it from going rancid. Some households had grease jars that had been seasoned over years of use, creating complex flavors that couldn't be replicated.
You know what? So am I, Debbie J. So am I. Mr. Pork, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yep, I'm here.
It's storming really, really bad, so let's announce it. Can you put your link down? I emailed you what I was going to do, this part. The second part, I didn't email you, but I can. It's 25 cheat meals that your grandparents used to survive hard times. If I lose internet,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you, and we will finish it on Mr. Pork's deal. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you
me
lose
too,
internet,
Debbie.
you won't even be able to attend your own show.
There you go. There you go. Now, Debbie J. Hi, Daniel. Hello. Welcome. Now, Debbie J., are you hungry? Because they were talking about
Hey, Daniel.
bacon. I know. And Mr. Pork, I got to apologize. We're talking about your cousin eating their bacon.
You're okay, Kimmy.
Squeeze the pig. Mr. Pork, squeeze the pig.
Oh.
Is it there? Mr. Pork got a squeezy pig that winks. All right, here we go. I love it, Mr. Pork. I love it.
At a time when a pound of bacon cost about 50 cents but could flavor dozens of meals through its grease, This practice made perfect economic sense.
I know, Debbie
Tomato
J. I
stems
know.
to ripen green tomatoes. When frost threatened and tomatoes were still green on the vine, your grandparents had a trick that seems almost magical today. They'd pick the green
See, I didn't know this. So whoever gardens or just grow tomatoes around their apartments or whatever, listen to this. You will never, they have a great idea. So listen to this. I was shocked. I didn't know this. Which, I'm sorry, it's me. I don't know a lot, but I'm learning.
green tomatoes along with a good length of stem and leaves, then hang them upside down in a cool, dark place like a basement or pantry. The stems would continue to feed the fruit, allowing it to ripen naturally over several weeks.
Did you know that, Mr. Pork?
No, I didn't know that.
You hang them upside down in your basement and water it, and it will continue to finish out that tomato. I did not know that. Girl, you're living under a rock. I know I am, Debbie J. I know I am. Hold on. In my defense, Debbie J., when I should have been learning all this, I was out cleaning hog pens and castrating pigs and dehorning, cattle, calves. I was doing that in. So I missed a lot of this end here. So, yeah, I'm learning. Debbie J should be up here talking. She has the experience.
But here's the really clever part. They'd also place individual green tomatoes in a paper bag or drawer with a ripe tomato or two. The ripe ones released ethylene gas, which triggered the green ones to ripen faster. This wasn't just garden folklore, it was agricultural science in action. Families could enjoy fresh tomatoes well into November and December using this method.
Sorry.
Some would wrap each green tomato in newspaper and store them in a cool spot, checking weekly and moving the ripe ones to the kitchen. The
Did you know
practice
that?
was so effective that during
Did you know that, Mr. Pork?
Yeah, I know you can
Oh,
put
you're
them in
at
like
work.
paper bags and stuff. Put a ripe
Yeah, I
one in there
heard-
with some green ones. That's about it.
Yeah, I heard about the paper bags. I
Yeah.
didn't hear about the newspaper. And people, good luck finding a newspaper nowadays. But back then, yeah.
the 1930s and 40s, many families had fresh tomatoes for Thanksgiving dinner, grown
course,
in their
Debbie
own
J
gardens
heard it.
months earlier. Hard to believe, right? Today we import tomatoes from thousands of miles away, but your grandparents figured out how to make summer last into winter. Use coffee grounds as fertilizer. That morning coffee ritual in your grandparents' house didn't end when the last cup was poured. Those used coffee grounds went straight to the garden, where they worked magic on everything from roses to tomatoes. Coffee grounds are slightly acidic and rich in nitrogen, making them perfect for acid-loving plants.
Now, I didn't know that. Did you, Debbie J, Mr. Pork? Four-pack? Did you know about that, about coffee grounds?
No, yeah, coffee grounds, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Pork, do you want to take over? You know more than I do.
You're okay, Kimmy.
Redneck-
You'll get it.
Redneck Grandma's learning here. Redneck Grandma's learning.
Your grandparents would sprinkle them around the base of plants or work them into the soil before planting. During the 1940s and 50s, when a pound of coffee cost about 40 cents, every bit was precious, including the grounds.
Homeowners, here's why
Sorry.
we call this the Walmart of home insurance.
I know,
Protect
Debbie
your home
J,
and
you
save
and
money
Mr.
with this
Pork
new
needs to
AI
take
insurance
over.
calculator tool.
They discovered that roses especially loved coffee grounds, producing bigger, more vibrant blooms.
I didn't know this.
Tomato plants grew stronger and produced more fruit. Some gardeners would even create coffee compost by mixing grounds with other kitchen scraps. The grounds also helped improve soil structure, making heavy clay soil lighter and sandy soil better at retaining water. As an added bonus, the caffeine residue helped deter pests like slugs and snails.
That's a great idea. I didn't know that either. There's a lot I don't know, guys. I admit it. Redneck Grandma don't know hardly anything. But there's just few things I know. Not much, but I'm learning. Debbie J and Mr. Pork needs to teach me in Warpath. But this is very educational. So now we know what to do with our coffee grounds. And if anybody has a green thumb, I don't. Maybe people who don't have green thumbs like I don't, I get an A. Yes, you do, Debbie J. Yes, you do. You can become a teacher. And it helps keep deer away too. Really, 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 really. There you go. There you go. That's a good one too. If deer comes eat in your garden, that will keep them away. See, so much use. Yeah, so much use out of it. You're not buying something from the store and spraying pest control. You're using your coffee grounds. Now, they do one thing that I was very interested in, I'm going to do, and I'm going to stop it. And of course, I'm going to tell you when it comes to it. And I never thought of that, but it's a good idea.
Neighborhood coffee shops and diners would often give away their used grounds to local gardeners, creating an early recycling network. Today's expensive organic fertilizers often
Got to
contain the
have a
same
lot of it.
nutrients your
Okay,
grandparents
Debbie.
got for free from their morning brew. Citrus peels for natural cleaner. Before chemical cleaners lined store shelves, your grandparents turned to citrus peels for their cleaning power.
Save the chemicals. Got to have save your chemicals. There's a lot of cancer nowadays, but we're also dealing with a lot of chemicals like pest control outside, and inside, and cleaners and this and that, and this works. Somebody told me this works great. So you eat how much? How much money is you pay about $5 to cut grease and clean the countertops and all that? Buying a bag of oranges, you can eat the oranges, get the vitamins out of them, use these peels to clean. It doubles your money. You don't have to buy a cleaner then. Try it. Next time you buy oranges, try it and tell me what you think.
Orange and lemon peels contain natural oils that cut through grease and leave surfaces sparkling. They'd rub the inside of a lemon peel on cutting boards to remove odors and stains, or use orange peels to polish wood furniture to a beautiful shine. The citrus oils also acted as a natural disinfectant, making them perfect for kitchen use. During the 1930s through the 50s, when oranges were a special treat costing about 5 cents each, every part was used. Families would dry citrus peels.
Mr. Pork, can you see what Debbie J... Is that a lemon, Debbie J?
That's a lemon for sure.
Mm-hmm. That would do it too. Yes, if you use lemons.
Yep.
If you are in that part of the state that lemon grows on trees or oranges, you're lucky. You don't have to go out and buy it. You have a cleaner growing on your trees, and food. I use it on rugs if Lexi pees on the floor. Shit, try a 120 now. I'll try that. I have to use a lot if Harley have an accident. Anyway, I'm sorry. I have to use a lot of everything if Harley has an accident. No, I'm just joking. I love her. Yes, lemons are very good for all types of stuff. Right, Debbie J. See, I'm so lucky.
and grind them
I'm
into a
growing up
powder for
trees.
scouring, or steep them in vinegar to create an all-purpose cleaner. The fresh scent was an added bonus in homes without air fresheners. Some households
Oh
would
wow,
simmer citrus
120 for an
peels with
orange.
cinnamon sticks to naturally fragrance their homes, especially during holidays. The oils from the peels could remove sticky residue, clean mirrors without streaking, and even remove water spots from faucets. This
Mr. Pork, we were talking earlier. Those orange peels make it good. You don't have to buy those oils. You don't have to buy those oils. You just let that out and let the room smell natural and good. And it's healthy. If an animal gets to it, you don't have to worry. There's nothing in it that would hurt. So, wow. And lemon doing water stains, I did not know that. And wait till you see what garlic can do. Oh, Debbie J, I found out. Yeah, I know. Wow, yeah, I know. I gotta buy some garlic. And I hate garlic, but I gotta buy some garlic.
practice was so effective that many early commercial cleaners actually used citrus oils as their main ingredient. Think
There you
about
go.
that. Your grandparents' homemade cleaner was the inspiration for products we pay premium prices for today. Make butter from heavy cream. Making butter wasn't just
See, those chemicals that they put, like he said, they use today that you pay $4 or $5 for. All you had to do is get some lemons, some oranges, and you got it. See, you can save money. I'm doing this, guys. I'm doing this. And I can't wait to try the garlic too. Garlic can be used in foods, meds, etc. Oh, just wait. There's one more thing garlic can do, WJ.
for farms. Many suburban and city families in the 1940s and 50s made their own butter right in their kitchen. All it took was heavy cream, a jar with a tight lid, and some elbow grease. Kids would take turns shaking the jar while listening to the radio, and within 15-20 minutes, the cream would separate into butter and buttermilk. The process was like magic to watch. The cream would get thicker and thicker, then suddenly break into golden butter floating in thin, tangy.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With
Nope.
this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address.
No, thank you.
Buttermilk. A pint of cream costing about 25 cents could yield nearly half a pound of butter plus a cup of buttermilk for baking. Families would salt the butter to their taste and press it into molds or crocks. The leftover buttermilk was prized for making the fluffiest pancakes and biscuits. Some households had special butter churns, but the jar method worked just as well and turned butter making into a fun family.
Well, hold on, Debbie J. Back then, what he's talking about, back in the day, they milked cows, and they did it for that. I talked to my mom. She has about those old fashioned. See that butter container? That lady's working there. My mom had 7 of them. And I asked Mom if I could borrow one. I was going to do a live showing how to do homemade butter, old fashioned style, right? She gave them away. She gave them all away. It's not fun. It's like work. Yeah, Debbie J, I kind of figured that. I know. But she does have one left, and I told her to save it for me. She has it as a pretty top of a cupboard. You know what I mean? It's a hand crank butter churner with a real crank on the side of the, there's it's like a jar, but there is like a beater inside, and you crank it to beat it around. I'm going to see if I can borrow that and clean it up and take it back. The maintenance man where I worked ate garlic cloves and it made him stink. He said it stays healthy. I know, Warpath. I worked beside a lady and I could not breathe. It was coming out of her pores. Warpath, my employee, complains all the time that I smell like garlic. I told him to stop smelling me. That's a good response, Debbie J. That's a good response. So if you guys want to watch me crank a whole, I wanted to do that stick and everything, guys. I'm upset. My mom gave it away. And those are antiques now, aren't they, Mr. Pork?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I told her I want the crank. So if you guys want to watch me make homemade butter by the crank, it won't be by the stick. I'm sorry. Let me know, and I'll borrow it. And they say like pot and cigarettes. They smell like pot and cigarettes. Oh no, Debbie J, no. Oh, you want to watch me make homemade butter? Okay, I'll. My mom's only a few miles away. I'll go and talk to her and say, "Can I borrow it for a few days?" Go online and make homemade butter, clean it up, and take it back. She won't even know it's missing. Well, she'll know it's gone because I won't just take it. I'll just say, "Mom, I need to borrow it for a few days. I'll bring it right back." And I'll put it back. WJ, did you get high smell on them? Warpath? That's a good question. That's a good question. A few of them need to take a shower. Oh, I hate when people go to work stinky. Ugh.
Family activity. During wartime rationing, when butter was scarce, this skill became essential. The fresh taste was incomparable to store-bought, and many families continued making their own butter even after rationing ended, simply because it tasted so much better. Use a wooden spoon to prevent boil-over. This simple trick saved countless messes in your grandparents' kitchen.
I do this all the time. I'm sure Debbie J does too. Do you, Mr.
I
Pork?
do too. Yeah.
There we go. And we learned it
My
from our
grandma.
mother, right? Try not to get that close to one that smells. Oh. Okay. I'm sure everybody does this. If you don't know it, it really works. It's a shocker. I shocked my son Hunter. He goes, "Why doesn't it boil over with the spoon?" I said, "Trust me, dude, it works." So yeah, I put a wooden spoon over it all the time, and it does save from boiling over, and it saves you lots of cleaning time.
By laying a wooden spoon across the top of a pot, they could prevent milk, pasta water, or soup from boiling over. The science is beautifully simple. The wooden spoon breaks the surface tension of the bubbles and provides a cooler surface that causes them to pop before they can overflow.
That makes
This
sense.
was especially valuable when cooking on wood burning or early gas stoves where temperature control was less precise. During the 1940s and 50s, when every drop of milk mattered and cleaning supplies were basic, preventing spills was crucial. The wooden spoon trick became so trusted that many cooks had a designated pot spoon that lived by the stove. It worked for everything from boiling potatoes to making jam. The spoon needed to be wooden because metal would conduct heat and become too hot to handle, while plastic wasn't widely available yet. Some families
Plastic would, some plastic would melt. You know what I mean? How cheap they make things nowadays. I don't want any possibility of anything melting, So yeah, wooden spoons, 100% all the way. And that makes sense about a metal spoon.
passed down special, long-handled wooden spoons specifically for this purpose. That's right. A simple wooden spoon could save your dinner and your stovetop. No fancy equipment needed. Banana peels to polish shoes. Before shoe polish became cheap and widely available, your grandparents
I'm going to try this. People in the bushes, you guys can come out. I won't tell. You're all welcome here. Somebody told me today they do this and it works. It works. Guys, guess what? Mr. Pork, I have cowboy boots, leather cowboy boots. You know what it cost me to keep it softened and conditioned? A jar of it?
How much?
$75.
Oh, wow.
And that was 2 years ago. Yeah, Debbie J. There we go. She does that. I do it with other things too. Save money. Give your kid a banana, take the peel, and if you have a leather shoes, polish them. Debbie J says it works great. Does it, Debbie J? I mean, why not? It saves money and it works. Debbie J, you're going to have to tell me what the other things work too. Good grief, Kimmy. Rolling in that nah, girl, I'm just dumb at dumb door. Didn't know any better. I'm learning. Guys, I'm learning. I am learning a lot. I hope you guys are too. And I'm not calling nobody dumb because they don't know this. I'm just saying at 60, good for a car to really, Debbie J. But don't it take a lot of bananas to take care of a car? But no matter how old you are, if you don't know this, I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning. Debbie J needs to get her behind up here and be a teacher. Because I didn't know some of this stuff. Some of the stuff I know, some of the stuff I don't. But I ran across this and I'm thinking, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. And I'm sharing it for you guys, the wheels. Oh, really? There we go. Take your banana peels and clean the wheels. It will work of your car. Say we're learning something now. Use all of the product. And thinking about it now, we eat the inside of the banana and throw the peel away, which we're costing us money because we're buying something else to clean the wheels or, taking care of your cowboy boots or your belt, your husband's belt or something, I need to shut up and just push play, huh?
Discovered that banana peels worked wonders on leather shoes.
Bonnie,
The natural oils and
very
potassium
shiny
in the
area.
peel would
Great
clean
idea.
and condition leather, leaving shoes with a subtle shine. After eating a banana, they'd use the inside of the peel to rub all over their shoes, then buff with a soft cloth. This wasn't just a Depression-era hack, it was standard practice in many households through the 1950s. The banana peel method was gentler than commercial polishes and didn't require different colors for different shoes.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118.
It worked on leather bags, belts, and even furniture. During World War II, when shoe polish was sometimes hard to find, this trick kept families looking presentable. The peels also worked on silverware, removing tarnish and leaving a protective coating. At a time when bananas
That's a
cost
great
about
idea.
10 cents per pound and a tin of shoe polish cost 15 cents, using the peel you were going to throw away anyway made perfect sense. Some people even dried banana peels and ground them into a powder to use as a metal polish. Imagine that. The same peel that would end up in the trash could keep your Sunday shoes looking sharp. Freezing.
I think dry them up, put them in. Thank you, Warpath. If you guys enjoyed this, Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. And let me know if it saves you money. If it saves you money, pass these tips to your friends. Pass this to your friends. Let's fight back our own way. Since they don't listen to our voice, this is our way we can fight back and keep money in our pockets.
Overripe fruit. When bananas turned brown or berries got too soft, your grandparents didn't see waste. They saw opportunity. Overripe fruit was perfect for freezing and using later in baking, smoothies, or preserves. They'd peel bananas and wrap them in wax paper before freezing, creating the perfect ingredient for banana bread months later. Berries were spread on a tray to freeze individually before being stored in containers, preventing them from clumping together. This practice really took off in the 1950s as home freezers became more common. A family could buy fruit in season when...
Sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, hey, Debbie J. Warpath has a question for you. Do you use it on your leather bra? Debbie J, does it work good there? Hey, Warpath, maybe she has shiny things hanging from her leather bra, you know? Hey, never know. Never know, never know. Warpath, don't tell. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, now we're talking about fruit.
It was cheapest, strawberries for 15 cents a quart in June, and enjoy them all winter. Overripe fruit was actually better for many recipes because the natural sugars had concentrated, making baked goods sweeter and more flavorful. Some families had fruit days where they'd process pounds of nearly overripe fruit from local farms, creating a freezer full of ingredients. The frozen fruit also made excellent baby food when mashed, and frozen grapes became a popular summer treat for kids. This simple...
Okay, I would be scared. Here is redneck grandma being paranoid, Mr. Pork. I would be scared to give a child a frozen grape to thaw it in the mouth and to chew it. I would be scared they would choke. But, you know, I'm one of those mothers and grandmothers, or mainly grandmothers. We cut it. Well, the hot dogs, I used to cut it now so kids don't choke. I would be doing that with grapes too. I wouldn't want that little guy or girl be running around with a grape in her mouth and they start choking.
Preservation method meant that no fruit ever went to waste, and families could enjoy summer flavors year-round. Rubbing garlic to keep pests away. Long before chemical pest sprays, your grandparents used garlic as their secret weapon against household pests.
Now, did you know that, Debbie J? Did you know garlic will keep your bugs away? And it's not going to hurt the dogs. And you don't have to worry about pesticides if the dogs are going to get into it or get an area that didn't quite dry right away and get hurt. Yeah, Debbie J, I know. You told me. Yeah, I know. You need to come up here and do this because I would be listening.
They'd cut a clove of garlic in half.
All right, guys. You know, and other things, right. Great grandma says, believe nothing what you hear and only half what you see. Well, you don't have to believe this or only have to believe half of this. Talk to Debbie J. She's done it. And it works. Talk to Debbie J. And let me know how much money you're saving. And your employees will stay away from you if you eat it. Or if you don't want a day, I don't mind these. I hate garlic though. I hate the taste of garlic. But if you rub around your windowsills and your door frames and crack areas where a bug could get through, I know I can tell you love your garlic. They say it only lasts a day, the smell that we could smell it. It's not like you're living in a house of garlic. It helps with I need that then. Debbie J, shush. I hate garlic, but I do have high blood pressure. I need to start eating garlic. Don't tell Hunter he was right. You only live with the smell of garlic in your home for a day, and then it will get back to normal. But the insects, I like cooking with garlic. I know, Warpath, I know you do. Mr. Pork, do you like cooking with garlic?
No, I hate garlic.
Oh, I'm with you, Mr. Pork.
It don't smell good coming out of pores.
No, it don't. No, it don't. So when we go hug Warpath and Debbie J, we're just going to have to put some kind of sweet smelling underneath her nose so we don't smell garlic. That's okay. We still love you.
Yeah.
Love you from afar. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We love you no matter if you stink like garlic or not. But it's a good idea. Health reasons and keep the insects away. And insects will keep them away for a very long time.
And rub it around window frames, door frames, and any cracks where ants or spiders might enter. The strong sulfur compounds in garlic acted as a natural deterrent that most insects couldn't stand. This method was especially popular in rural areas where pest problems were common, but commercial pesticides were expensive or unavailable.
It's the simplest expression. Smallest thing that changes everything. A smile.
During the 1940s and 50s,
we need to start smiling and being happy on YouTube. Too many grumpy faces around. I don't get bug bites. I bet you don't. I need to start, cooking with garlic.
when a pound of garlic cost about 20 cents, this was an incredibly economical solution. Some families would make a garlic spray by steeping crushed cloves in water and using it around the garden to deter aphids and other plant pests. The trick also worked for larger pests. Garlic planted around the garden helped keep rabbits and deer away from vegetables. In the kitchen,
there we go. That also keeps raccoons. Yes, I'm disappointed in you too. Oh, come on, Warpath. You put it around your house too. There we go. Get garlic vitamin. I hate snakes. And does that keep snakes away? Oh, guys, garlic. And it's a lot cheaper than pesticides. One thing I found, and Mr. Pork, you might like this idea better. People that cannot stand garlic. Irish Spring will keep the spiders away. Go get Irish Spring bar or soap, and around the corners and all that, there will not be spiders. They do not like Irish Spring. But Irish Spring costs more than garlic does, though. I got to see my great nephew. His grandma forgot to get him a pop. I gave him a big bottle of Dr. Pepper. He was so excited. I bet so, Warpath. I bet so. Heck with the small can. I will, Debbie J. I will try the garlic vitamin because it's. I might not have to take my blood pressure met my great nephew. Okay. I mean, if it helps you from bringing blood pressure down, I don't like it either. That mess smell. Yeah.
Garlic cloves placed in pantries helped deter moths and weevils from getting into flour and grains. The smell would fade for humans after a day or two, but insects could still detect it and stayed away. Let that sink in. A few cents worth of garlic could protect an entire season's worth of stored food. Use a cheesecloth to strain broth. In your grandparents' kitchen, cheesecloth was as essential as a good knife. This loosely woven cotton fabric was the secret to crystal clear.
You know what that looks to me, Mr. Pork?
What's that?
I don't take blood meds. You're lucky, Debbie J. It looks like gauze that we put on wounds.
Yeah, it's cheesecloth.
I know this is cheesecloth. I've never seen a cheesecloth. But I've dealt with gauzes, gauze to, put it on wounds because I was a nurse. It looks like that.
It's similar.
Yeah. I got to look and see how much cheesecloths are because it sounds like they work. And it's probably a lot cheaper. And you can wash them, right? Can you guys wash a cheesecloth? It is. If you can wash it and reuse it, there you go. You don't have to ever buy another one again,
I don't think it's machine washable, Kimmy.
It isn't? Can you
No.
wash it by hand?
I don't know. You might. I don't know much about it.
I'll have to go check it out.
Broths and perfectly smooth sauces. After simmering bones
Oh,
and
Amazon got
vegetables
it?
for
Okay.
hours to make stock, they'd line a strainer with cheesecloth and pour the liquid through, catching even the tiniest particles. The result was a
Only in water
professional
with
quality
none.
broth
Okay,
that
thank
formed
you.
the base for soups, gravies, and sauces. Cheesecloth cost just pennies per yard in the 1940s and 50s, and one piece could be washed and reused dozens of times.
There we go.
Beyond straining, it was used for making cottage cheese, hence the name, wrapping herbs for bouquet garni, and even straining homemade nut milks. Some families used it to wrap fruitcakes soaked in brandy
Thank you,
or to
guys.
make
Thank
spice
you,
bags
Debbie
for
J.
mulled
Thank you
cider.
for
The
that.
fine weave could strain out seeds from berry preserves or clarify butter by removing milk solids. Farm families often had several grades of cheesecloth for different purposes. This simple fabric tool was so versatile that many households couldn't imagine cooking without it. Today's expensive nut milk bags and specialty strainers are really just fancy versions of what your grandparents accomplished with a square of cheesecloth. Freeze extra coffee for ice cubes. Your
Nuts.
grandparents hated waste so much
There.
that even leftover coffee got a second life. Instead,
That is an interesting. I never thought of that. Freeze leftover coffee. Number one, you can cool down your coffee if it's too hot with a frozen coffee ice cube. Two, why pay for iced coffee when you have coffee cubes there? Win, win, win in my book. I use it for iced coffee. There we go, Debbie. Mr. Pork. Okay. I owe everybody who's watching an apology. I should have asked Debbie J. I use it for ice cream. See, I should have asked Debbie J to come up here and talk to you guys. She is more knowledgeable than I am. I'm with you guys in the bushes learning this thing. Learning. And I'm going to use it. And I will tell you guys in the future if it's working, I'm saving money, or this one's going to ruin this, or I don't like to rub this, like the banana peel. It sounds like you're going to gross out your leather. You just have to get your ice cream. Debbie J, I am shocked you're buying ice cream. Really? Mr. Pork, I thought she would be making her own ice cream, wouldn't you?
What's that?
I thought Debbie J would be making her own ice cream.
Oh, does she?
No, do you make your own ice cream, Debbie J? I think Debbie J and Warpath needs to come up and tell everybody what works for them, because they can tell from history what they do work, what does work and what doesn't. I can't have ice cream. Oh no, Debbie J, I'm sorry. Not even homemade? Can't you make it diabetic style? The homemade ice cream? Make it for diabetic? No. I'm sorry, girl. We will take our ice cream and turn around and eat it in the corner. So you won't see us. But you guys, I should have had Debbie J here. I love that stuff, I know. To tell you what she does. And how, maybe we can sweet talk Debbie J into coming up and helping us learn how to save money when you go grocery shopping. So instead of doing one use, you can do 5 or 6 uses and save money on other things. So you don't have to buy fertilizer when you have coffee coffee, leftover coffee. It's just, to me, this is a win-win situation. It's a win-win.
Instead of pouring that half pot down the drain, they'd let it cool and pour it into ice cube trays. These coffee ice cubes were perfect for icing their afternoon coffee without diluting it, or for adding coffee flavor to desserts and milkshakes. This trick became especially popular in the 1950s as iced coffee gained popularity and home freezers became standard. At 40 cents per pound for coffee, every cup mattered. Some creative cooks used coffee ice cubes in chocolate cakes and brownies for deeper flavor, or melted them to make coffee-flavored frosting. The cubes could also cool down too hot coffee quickly without watering it down.
Hold on, Debbie J. Hold on. I gotta sit up anyway. Oh, my arm is going numb. All right, Debbie J, got a question for you. You say you eat roadkill. So, no, I'm not going to ask you. I'll ask you on the phone. I'll ask you back chat. I don't want to picture you with a spade and scooping up your roadkill. Damn deer run in the road will not move. Oh, you were joking. Okay. Now, Debbie J, my ex-husband, he made me and my kids deer food. It was good. It was teriyaki deer. And I was eating it with rice. And he goes, how is it? And I said, delicious. He goes, yeah, I found a dead deer on the road. So my ex-husband broke Kelly. And I spit it out and was running away. He goes, well, I do it all the time. It wasn't, I'm like, I'm eating roadkill. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, she's joking. Debbie J's joking. But yeah, deer meat is very, very good and very, very healthy for you. Mr. Pork don't want to get involved. Oh, you're not eating deer? Okay.
During summer months, kids would even eat them as coffee popsicles with a little sugar and milk added before freezing.
Go.
Restaurants and diners picked up this trick too, ensuring their iced coffee stayed strong all day. The practice was so logical that many wondered why they hadn't thought of it sooner. Speaking of practical solutions, this next one turned empty egg cartons into produce savers.
Gemini and Gmail can help you summarize long threads and suggest brilliant replies faster than it took me to sit.
Use an
Now, I think this is a wonderful idea. I had deer hit me and totaled my truck. Oh no, Warpath. Oh no. I don't eat deer. Well, if the deer hit me and died from hitting my car, heck yeah, I would bring it home, gutting it, and hanging it up in the tree. Warpath, what happened to my husband? Oh, that happened to my husband too. Really? Wow. Now, these egg cartons, I think, is a good idea. And why throw part of it away when other use be used with it too? Now, I was thinking, if somebody has those little glasses for kids and you put it up in the top cupboard, you can pull it out without them all spilling if they would fit down in where the eggs or the fruit are. But I don't remember how small they are. It might be a joke and saying, Kim, it's been a long time since you've been around little kids, give it up. But yes, darn deer messed up that car big time. Wow, I'm so sorry. I think they have a good idea here. And Christmas ornaments, if you lose a box for Christmas ornaments, that'd be a good way to store Christmas ornaments. I use eggs for those paints. Really? I use egg things for paint. Oh, I got it. Yeah, sorry, brain fart. That is a great idea. There we go, Debbie J. If you got paint or something, that'd be great to use it for. Don't throw it away. There's other things you can use it. You don't have to go out and buy something else and spend extra money when you have something at home. That would work.
Egg carton to store fruit. Those cardboard egg cartons were too useful to throw away in your grandparents' house. The individual cups were perfect for storing delicate fruits like peaches, plums, or tomatoes, without them touching and bruising each other. This was especially important when families bought fruit by the bushel during harvest season. Each piece of fruit got its own protective compartment, extending freshness by days or even weeks. During the 1940s and 50s, when a dozen eggs cost about 50 cents, the carton was considered part of.
That's a great idea to hold crafts. That's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. I wish eggs were 50 cents. At the grocery store here, it's only $3.50. Only $3.50. But I seen a farmer down the road today. They have eggs for $2 a dozen, fresh eggs. So I'm going to see if I can pull in and grab a dozen from them. You know, the only problems with fresh eggs, don't be shocked if you see a spot of blood in there. If it's a spot of blood, throw it away. That's why now eggs are $3 or more, right, Debbie J? That's why you crack the eggs in a side dish. Because if there's a spot of blood, that means it was introduced to a rooster, the hen to a rooster, and that egg is fertilized, and that little spot of blood is the beginning of a baby chicken. You don't want to eat that. So crack it in a side dish, and then if it looks good, then put it in. If you put it straight into your batter or whatever you're doing, then you might have to throw it all out. So for anybody that has never dealt with fresh eggs.
The value. Families would stack these fruit-filled cartons in cool pantries or basements, creating organized storage systems. The cartons also worked great for ripening fruit evenly. The air circulation around each piece prevented soft spots. Some households used them for storing holiday ornaments, sorting buttons or small hardware, or even starting seedlings for the garden. The egg carton storage method was so effective that many fruit stands adopted it for displaying their wares. It's amazing how a simple cardboard container designed for one purpose could solve so many storage problems. Think about that next time you're about to toss an egg carton in the recycling. Use vinegar to crisp lettuce. When lettuce started to wilt, your grandparents didn't throw it away. They brought it back to life with vinegar water. A tablespoon of white.
I have been guilty. Oh. Yeah, Debbie J, you've done it for years. I know I'm behind. I know I'm trying to catch up, Debbie J. I'm trying to catch up. I think this is a wonderful idea because I just threw out a half a head of lettuce that was wilting. And I could have saved it and if I did this. And I wasted, they're what 2 something ahead. So I wasted money.
Vinegar in a bowl of ice water could transform limp lettuce into crisp, fresh-tasting greens in just 30 minutes. The mild acid in the vinegar helped restore the cellular structure of the leaves, while the cold water provided hydration. This trick was essential during the Depression and war years, when every leaf of...
Yes, vinegar is very good to clean too. And one thing vinegar does? It helps kill black mold. Yes. So if you find a spot of black mold and you don't want to use Clorox, I heard vinegar works just as well. But to save your lettuce, there we go. You no throw away lettuce. You eat all your lettuce, and then you can rinse it off into a jar. I mean, I wouldn't be using it. Yeah, it does. You can use the vinegar for your niece cleans with vinegar. She's smart. Save your money. Save your money. I just got an idea. I bet it would work too.
lettuce counted. At 10 cents a head in the 1940s, making lettuce last was important for stretching the food budget. The method worked for all leafy greens, spinach, cabbage, even herbs like parsley and cilantro. Some families kept a designated crisping bowl in the refrigerator with vinegar water ready to go. The vinegar didn't affect the taste if the lettuce was thoroughly drained, but
Everybody in the bushes, everybody that will watch this after we're done, because it was a last minute thought, let's get this out to everybody to help save money since prices are going up. People that get paid by federal is not getting paid. Please stop for a moment and pray for Copper or Past Puppy. He's an old guy. He's not doing too well. I'm going to cry. We all love our fur babies.
Yep.
Let's pray for Copper to pull through what he's going through. I was talking to Warpath and it broke my heart when I heard him cry. So let's pray for Warpath. If you don't like me, I understand. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Trust me, this old redneck girl so understands. But I don't know a person that don't like Warpath. Let's pray for her dog. I don't know anybody who doesn't like fur babies. Let's pray for Copper. For him not to be in pain. To help him. To get better. his crying got to me, and it still does. I know he's 16. I know he's 16, but it don't matter how old he is. He's your fur baby, and you love him. And any animals in pain, it breaks my heart. And it was her mom's dog too. Love you too, Warpath. Okay. All right. I'm going to play this so you don't hear me sniffling here.
People grew to prefer the slight tang it added. This technique was so reliable that many restaurants used it to refresh their salad greens before service. The same principle worked for reviving celery and carrots too. Your grandparents understood that with the right knowledge, very little food needed to go to waste.
I don't know what guys, I've got to sneak in something in a
I'm in my Ozempic era. Ready to start yours?
DIY buttermilk with vinegar.
Okay, there was no skip. I'm gonna have to sneak in a live between now and Friday. My son came home from the big city, and he brought a couple small things of gross foods. So I'm gonna have to have a gross food between now and Friday.
Sounds good to me.
I gotta buy some Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
I know that for sure, because I can't do a gross food without Pepto-Bismol.
You weren't supposed to be eating no more gross foods either.
I will announce what they are. Be prepared. They're not. You open the container and try it. I don't have to cook anything. One looks delicious. Tell me what's in it. Oh. And then he told me the one that is wrapped up, in the foil. I told him no more gross foods for a while. I need a break. He started laughing. He goes, "That one's it's pretty bad." So if he tells me that's pretty bad, that means be prepared. I might be throwing up live on TV or live on YouTube, and I will try not to. So they tried to outdo each other, do it from last time. You need to talk to him. So keep your eyes out on gross foods. And then Friday, we're gonna cook. I know. Ooh, it's Debbie J. And then Friday, we're going to cook up, and please join us for the Native American fry bread. It's only flour, salt, water, a little baking powder. Of course, a little salt. I don't mean a whole bunch of salt. Just wait, Debbie J. I'll show you on that gross foods. I got to research it. And yeah, it's something I have no idea. And he's kind of smiles, but he'll be laughing when he gets in the house. Yeah. I want your hamburger stew recipe, Mr. Pork. Yeah, I do too, Mr. Pork. So Friday we're gonna do that Native American bread. And then we're going to talk about skinwalkers. Why does he want you eat AB? Oh, I can't. Hold on, Debbie J. You know, those black eggs that I threw up and I was on the toilet for days? She eats them like candy. She was from China. She loves it. So, I don't, it was bad. It it left me on the toilet for 2 days. Returning them back to earth. You know what I mean? Back to the ground. It was just, it was bad. And I didn't eat them. I mean, I swallowed maybe a couple, but I spit some out too. She used them. She's used to them. That's right, Warpath. That is right. She is. Yeah, he can eat it. Yeah, he was mad she ate all the black eggs. He was upset with her because she ate all the black eggs, and he hadn't tried it, and he wanted one. And I says, son, he needs to watch you, Gibby. I know, Warpath. I know. I says, you're blessed that she ate them all. Trust me. You don't want that. Yeah, we've seen it. I tasted it, Debbie J. It was. Hold on. I don't know if you can see me while my light's off. Just thinking about it. Oh, I just thinking about it. Have you ever had something that was so nasty? When you think about it later and talk about it, you want to throw up because you remember it? Those black eggs. No. I saved them. Don't try the black eggs. Trust me. No. It just. All right, here we go. Ugh. God, I want to throw up now. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Sorry, saying God. DIY butter with. Oh, I would throw up now. Thinking about it. All right, dry buttermilk. Excuse me. One with lemon and whole milk. One with vinegar and whole milk. Okay.
Buttermilk was essential for fluffy pancakes and tender biscuits, but it wasn't always available at the store. Your grandparents solved this problem with a simple substitute.
Debbie J. You got lucky with the grass flavor. We had dirty socks. Mr. Pork, what jelly bean did you have problems with?
Oh my God.
Which one?
A lot
What?
of them. Dirty socks was
Dirty
one.
socks?
And
Oh, did you have the diaper one? Or
I
the
don't know
vomit
if
one?
I don't know if mine had a diaper one in it.
I sent it yours. Yours was just like mine. Then it must have been the vomit. It must have been vomit. The vomit was nasty.
Stink bug was nasty too.
Oh, the stink bug was really nasty. Yeah, I'm glad I missed that. You know, we should replay that. Do you remember when? I don't remember that.
Liver and onions,
Oh, I just.
old bandage, rotten
Oh,
eggs,
yeah.
butter popcorn, toothpaste,
And Denise
berry
threw
glue,
up.
booger,
Creative inspired Denise threw up, and so did Coco.
dead fish.
Yeah. Mr. Bork remembers it. The hamburger and chocolate was horrible. Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Stinky socks. There's a lot of them, yeah. I still have my box and some beans.
You know, my grandkid, Danica, ate them like they were candy. She ate every one of them. Didn't bother her a bit. She ate one. Oh, that tastes like Dirty socks. She ate another one. Oh, that was pretty good. Tastes
We
like
need-
bear. She ate one. Oh, it tastes like puke. Oh, vomit. I let her eat them because I wasn't gonna get them back again. Yeah.
We need to send some to Warpath and then eat them again. Do it.
And Debbie J.
Yep.
Okay. Warpath and Debbie J. Do you want to take a challenge? Trying these jelly beans and going live on YouTube. And Mr. Pork and I will. Oh, I know the butter popcorn was good. It was, yeah. We'll spin it, or we'll ask a question, and whoever can answer it has to pick out a color. Or we'll pick out the color. They have to pick one.
I got a spinner with mine.
Oh, there we go. Then you can do the spinner. Oh, Debbie J's down for it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Oh, Warpath is down for it.
Cool. I even got the cards with mine.
There we go. All
Yeah,
right.
we can do this.
Who's ever watching, if you guys want to come and do the jelly bean contest with Debbie J and Warpath, let me know. We will set it up. I remember it was bad. I'll ask Denise if she wants to do it again. Oh, I was talking about the butter popcorn. No, you already agreed to it. You know, didn't you take that Warpath was going to do it? I took it that she was going to do it. See, it says, hold on. There we go. It's in writing, Warpath.
Yep.
It's in writing. I would say it's in writing. Don't you?
Yep.
You're welcome, Warpath. So who wants to do a face-off? Eating. Okay, I will. There we go. Doing the jelly bean contest. Warpath says she's into it. Debbie J says she's into it. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. We will come up with a time and a place. And Mr. Pork, I don't know. Should we, Mr. Pork, you want to join them since you have leftovers?
Aren't you going to do it?
My granddaughter ate all mine.
Well, we'll have to get you some more.
See, I was trying to make an excuse.
No, not going to work, Kimmy. I think you threw them away, but that's just what I think.
No, I swear, I really do. Danica, my granddaughter, she loved them, even the gross ones.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God.
I know that's what I was saying. I knew what they taste like. And it's just like, if you want them, eat them, because I don't want them. You know, what am I going to do with them?
They weren't that bad.
What?
I mean, a couple of them was bad, but some of them wasn't too bad. The
I know.
toothpaste, I like the toothpaste. It wasn't bad at all.
Yes, it was
But
many.
the
It
stinky
was-
socks about made me gag.
Okay, I will order the jelly beans.
Warpath.
Yeah, do Warpath. Ask her. Yeah, ask her.
Yeah.
She'll trust me. She'll remember the grass, the stinky socks, the toothpaste. Yeah, she'll remember. All right, let's get back on it. We're going off the other end.
Substitution, adding a tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice to regular milk and letting it sit for 5 minutes. The acid would curdle the milk slightly, creating the same tangy flavor and chemical reaction needed for baking. This hack was passed down through generations and saved countless baking projects. During the 1940s and 50s, when buttermilk was primarily
I
a
know you will,
byproduct of
Warpath.
butter making and not always commercially available, this trick was essential knowledge. The substitution worked so well that many bakers actually preferred it for consistency. A cup of milk costing 10 cents could be transformed into buttermilk in minutes, rather than making a special trip to find the real thing. The same method worked with cream for making sour cream or with different acids like cream of tartar. Recipe books from the era often included this substitution as a standard note. Some families discovered that the DIY version actually made lighter pancakes than store-bought buttermilk. That's right, the fake version sometimes beat the real thing. Make pancake mix from scratch and store it. While modern cooks reach for boxed mix, your grandparents made their own in bulk and stored it in canisters. They'd
Now, I think that's a great idea. And even not now, milk's too high. You know, the milk where I was, I did what, a half a gallon for $1.89. You guys with high milk, I'm sorry. I know, me too, Debbie J, me too. But people with kids or grandkids that come out for Sunday or whatever, if you make it homemade, is it cheaper than the box one? I bet it tastes a lot better. Is that pineapple she's pouring it over? That would taste good too. Boy, Debbie J, stop it. You're making me hungry. But that does look good. That really does look good. But make it homemade. Keep it stored. It should last for a few, I don't know. Well, it has eggs in it though, so it wouldn't last that long. But that's a thought. Put the dried ingredients together, and all you have to do when grandkids or your kids, you just add a few eggs and milk and let it go.
combine flour, baking powder, salt, and powdered milk in large batches, creating a custom mix that...
There you go. Powder milk. Mr. Pork, have you ever had powder milk? Debbie J, Warpath, have you guys had powder milk?
Yeah, that's gross.
I
Powder milk
didn't-
is real gross, Kimmy.
I didn't mind it in cooking.
Yuck.
Nobody knew the difference in cooking. And it never goes bad, and you don't throw it away. You know, times get that tough, people. Here's a thought. It will never go bad. People won't know in cooking powder milk. Which, if you buy a half a gallon, and they're super high and you can't afford it. I like it in cooking. There we go, Warpath. You know, at times it gets really bad. You know, my mom cooked it with I had, down in North Carolina, I had powder milk for 3 months. And it worked great. And my family didn't complain. But yeah, it tastes a little different than the Moo Moo cow milk. But nobody knows the difference. Nobody told me. Nobody complained to me. Or maybe they're too nice. I don't know. Or maybe they thought, oh, mom or grandma's losing her touch. Don't want to complain to me. But nobody did any negative feedback in the cooking department. And Mr. Pork, I'll buy you some powder milk. You'll never go back.
No, thanks, Kimmy. You can keep it.
was always ready for Sunday breakfast. This wasn't just convenient, it was economical and resulted in better pancakes than any store-bought mix. during the 1940s and 50s when Bisquick cost 35 cents for a small box. Making your own mix from 10 cents worth of ingredients made sense.
That's a lot
Families would make 10-pound batches, storing them in tin canisters or glass jars. Each household had their own special additions. Some added vanilla powder, others included a touch of sugar or even dried buttermilk powder. The homemade mix stayed fresh for months and could be customized for different uses, thicker for pancakes, thinner for crepes, or with added sugar for dessert versions. Kids learned to cook by measuring out the mix and adding wet ingredients. Many families still have their grandmother's pancake mix recipe written on an index card, stained with decades of Saturday morning use. The pride in serving from scratch pancakes that were actually quite convenient shows how clever our grandparents really were.
FlexJobs is the #1 job site to find remote work.
One thing about if you put the dry ingredients together and not buy a box, okay, here I'm going to tell a story. I bought box cereal, right? Raisin Bran. Opened it up right away because sometimes I like a bowl of cereal before I go to bed. It had bugs in it. You know how it's not in the box, but in the plastic with the flakes. And it's just like, oh. So, you hate to spend all that money for cereal and found out there was 2 puppies that died that was supposed to with the flakes. Little corpse with the flakes, I need it. I know. Now you want pancakes. It looks good, doesn't it?
Work from home and flexible schedule job opportunities since 2007.
Turn leftover rice into fritters. Cold leftover rice was transformed into a delicacy.
I think this is a good idea. If you guys have leftover rice, listen to what they do with this.
In your grandparents' kitchen. They'd mix it with beaten eggs, a little flour, and whatever seasonings they had, maybe some chopped onion, herbs, or even the leftover vegetables.
They do something
These
else.
rice fritters were fried until golden and crispy, creating a completely different meal from last night's side dish. This practice was especially common in households that cooked large batches of rice to save fuel.
That don't look too bad, does it, Mr. Pork? Do you think that'd be
Yeah,
gross?
it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fresh.
And that's leftover rice from the day before.
Yeah.
If you're tired of fried rice, you're good at making fried rice. This is something different. And you don't like white rice. Okay, I don't blame you. Would that work with brown rice? Is there brown rice? I don't know. Debbie J, is there only white rice?
No, there's brown.
Is there brown? Okay. I only cook with the 5-minute rice because I don't do too good on the other rice. It's all clumpy and gross. But okay, let's go on.
During the 1940s and 50s, when rice was an economical staple at about 15 cents per pound, wasting even a spoonful was unthinkable. Sweet versions included sugar and cinnamon, sometimes with raisins or apple pieces mixed in. Savory fritters might contain cheese, bacon bits, or chopped ham. The fritters could be served for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even...
I think if you serve it for breakfast and you put apple chunks and raisins in it and sugar or cinnamon, I think people would eat it up. Look at that, Mr. Pork. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
And then for lunchtime, you put meats and vegetables and, different seasonings, whatever you want. Cumin if you want a little more spicier. If you're a dud like me, and then dud it down, I see people do it. Do you really? I need to do it. Because that looks pretty good. I mean, and dip it in some sauce. Heck yeah. And it can't be leftover rice. It couldn't be, and vegetables, leftover vegetables, or get there we go.
Even cold ones made good snacks. Some families had special fritter nights where all the week's leftover grains, rice, oatmeal, even mashed potatoes were transformed into crispy patties. The technique was so popular that many cultures have their own version, from Italian arancini to Japanese onigiri. But that wasn't all they could do with simple ingredients. Use salt to remove skin from
All right. I have used leftover mashed potatoes, making like little fritters like that, and then fry them up. My kids always loved them. They're crunchy on the outside. What?
Potato cakes.
Yes, and you can put cheese in it and whatever. Do you do that?
I don't.
Oh, they're good. Oh, see, Debbie J does. You like hash browns? They're kind of between hash browns, and when you bite it in the middle, you get the warm, creamy mashed potatoes. If you have cheese in it, then you have the cheesy mashed potatoes. Trust me, and you're not throwing any mashed potatoes away. You're reusing it. And if you want to get technical, I don't see why you can't put any leftover meats if you had any, But okay, anybody that peels tomatoes, here is a fantastic way to peel them.
tomatoes. Peeling tomatoes for canning or cooking was made simple with a sprinkle of salt. Your grandparents would score an X on the bottom of each tomato, sprinkle it with coarse salt, then drop it in boiling water for 30 seconds. The salt helped the skin separate more easily, and when transferred to ice water, the skins would practically slide off. This method was crucial during canning season, when families processed bushels of tomatoes. In the 1940s and 50s, home canning was essential for year-round food security, and tomatoes were the backbone of the pantry. A family might can 50, 100 quarts of tomatoes in various forms: whole, sauce, paste, and juice. The salt trick saved hours of peeling time and resulted in cleaner, more attractive canned goods. The technique worked because salt helped break down the cellular structure where the skin attached to the flesh. Some canners swore that salted tomatoes also held their shape better during processing.
Gemini and Gmail can help you summarize long threads and suggest brilliant replies faster than it took me to sit for this portrait. Honestly, are we almost done here? My bum's gone numb. Sorry. Carry on. Cheerio.
Cheerios. Your grandpa and grandma, hold
The
on.
method was so efficient.
My grandma and mom canned a lot. I miss doing that with my grandma. Aww. See, my mom and I used to can all the time. And, I mean, you guys, Mr. Bork, do you can? Or do you know how to can? He's off. Anyway, if you guys want to do a canning section, I can show you how to can. You and Debbie J can come up, and Mr. Port. We can show you how to can tomatoes, tomato juice, tomato sauce, spaghetti. You know, we can show you. Green beans, yeah, we would have a good talk. It's just sad, I know. It'd be a good time because it takes hours. You know, by the time you boil it and peel it and what you want done with it, if you want to make it in tomato sauce or tomato juice or whatever, it takes time. So yeah, that'd be a good way to have food for the winter, save money, and have a family time. You were lucky, Debbie J. Yeah, sounds like she was lucky. That you can save money, have some quality family time, and teach the younger generation how to save money, how to be healthy, how to can. I mean, you're passing on history, you're passing on things that they might need in the future.
That canning clubs and county extension services taught it as the standard technique. Even today, professional chefs use this same method your grandparents perfected in their home kitchens.
Yeah.
DIY ice cream with salt and ice. Before electric ice cream makers, your grandparents...
Do I need to skip that, Debbie J, for you? Debbie J, this is how we used to make ice cream all the time. Who else used to crank and crank and crank and crank and crank? And you help feed others that had very little. Right, Debbie J, right. I might leave part 2 on cheap meals for Friday, and we'll finish that because it's already been 2 hours. I'm sorry. And then no, you know what? We can do the cheap meals while I'm doing the gross foods. There we go. Hell no, I want to see. Okay. You don't mind staying longer than 2 hours? I mean, it's up to you guys. Poor Debbie J. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry.
I'm fine with that.
Parents made ice cream with nothing.
I think I'm going to, that gives me something to cover after doing the gross foods or before I do the gross foods about how to save money, and here's different recipes and different old-fashioned cooking and all that. So I'll save the second one, 25 cheap meals, and because it's already been 2 hours. So here we go. Sorry, okay. Debbie J. And I hope this brings out good memories with you guys that used to do it with your mom and dad, grandparents.
More than ice, salt, and muscle power. They'd put the cream mixture in a small container, nest it inside a larger one filled with ice and rock salt, then roll, shake, or crank it until frozen. The salt lowered the freezing point of the ice, creating temperatures cold enough to freeze the cream. This wasn't just a special occasion treat. Many families made ice cream weekly during summer months. In the 1940s and 50s, when store-bought ice cream was a luxury at 25 cents per pint, homemade was both economical and superior in taste. The whole family would take turns cranking the freezer, with kids eagerly awaiting their turn to lick the dasher. Rock salt was cheap and reusable. After making ice cream, the salty water could be used to kill weeds or de-ice
That's a good idea. I didn't think
winter.
about that.
Families experimented with flavors using garden fruits, coffee, chocolate, or even unusual additions like corn or sweet potato. The process took about 30-45 minutes of constant motion, turning ice cream making into a social event. Imagine that. What we now buy for $5 a pint required just cream, sugar, and family teamwork.
I made
preserved citrus with salt.
Really?
When lemons or limes were abundant and cheap, your grandparents preserved them in salt for year-round use. They'd cut slits in whole lemons, stuff them with coarse salt, pack them tightly in jars, and cover with lemon juice. After a month of curing, these preserved lemons added incredible flavor to stews, roasted meats, and salads. This North African technique was adopted by many American households, especially in citrus-growing regions. During the 1940s and 50s, when fresh lemons cost 5 cents each but were seasonal, preserving them made economic sense. The salt-cured lemons developed a unique mellow flavor that fresh lemons couldn't match. The preservation process also worked with limes, oranges, and even kumquats.
About these heists? We Ocean's 11 or The Sopranos?
Families would make several jars during citrus season, ensuring they
almost
had
done.
this flavor enhancer all year. The salty
That would be
brine
good
was
to be
used
good.
too. A spoonful added complexity to salad dressings and marinades. Some households discovered that preserved lemons
Mine was
helped with
60 cents.
digestion
Oh,
when a
that's not
small
bad.
piece was eaten after heavy meals.
That'd be
The
good.
jars of golden preserved lemons became family treasures, often given as gifts to new brides setting up their kitchens. This ancient preservation method proved that our grandparents were more globally connected than we might think. Use leftover bacon fat for cooking. We mentioned saving bacon grease earlier, but your grandparents' uses for it deserve more detail.
We're almost
That
done, guys.
ceramic crock of bacon fat was like a flavor savings account, withdrawn from daily for countless dishes. They'd use it for frying potatoes until crispy, making the flakiest pie crusts, popping the most flavorful popcorn, and even spreading it on bread during lean times. The rendered fat would keep for months when stored properly, providing a free cooking medium with built-in seasoning. During the Depression and World War II, when butter was rationed and cooking oils were expensive, bacon fat was culinary gold. A pound of bacon at 50 cents would yield enough fat for weeks of cooking. Southern cooks made legendary cornbread with bacon fat, while Midwestern families used it for the best fried chicken. The fat was carefully strained after
would be
each
good.
use to remove particles, keeping it clean and usable. Some households had different jars for different types of fat: bacon, chicken, beef, each lending its own flavor to dishes. The practice was so ingrained that many people couldn't imagine cooking vegetables any other way. Even today, many of the South's most beloved dishes rely on the flavor that only bacon fat can provide. Recycle nutshells as fire starter. Those walnut and pecan shells didn't go in the trash at your grandparents'.
Oh, they're having wonderful ideas. I never thought about the pecan shells for fire starters. If you have kids or grandkids watching this, please turn it off, turn them away. We don't want to have a oopsie in the bathroom when you are busy cooking.
House. They went into the kindling box. Nutshells, especially from oily nuts, made excellent fire starters for wood stoves and fireplaces. They caught fire easily, burned hot, and lasted long enough to
You
ignite
did that?
larger pieces of wood.
That's a good
During
idea.
the fall and winter, when nuts were cracked for baking and snacking, families would save every shell. This wasn't just rural wisdom. Even city dwellers with fireplaces used this trick.
Oh,
In the
Debbie, I'm
1940s
sorry.
and 50s, when a pound of walnuts cost about 45 cents, using every part made sense. The shells were thoroughly dried and stored in baskets or boxes near the fireplace. Some
See, Uncle
families would
Laptop.
dip them in melted wax to make even better fire starters. Pecan shells were especially prized because their oil content made them burn longer. The ash from burned nut shells was saved too. It made excellent fertilizer for the garden, being rich in potassium. During the holidays, when nut consumption peaked, families would prepare gift baskets of shell fire starters for neighbors. Hard to believe, right? What we throw away without thinking, they turned into useful household supplies. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed the
Thank you. I think Hunter was done babysitting Harley. He just opened the door and let her in. And the house smells good. I bet it does. Debbie J wants Harley. Nothing. I don't know.
Debbie J
I
won't
want a
have curtains
baby.
on her windows either.
And the peanut butter would be gone.
Yep.
She'll take vents off the ceiling and put it on her bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. She's a baby. That's right, Warpath. She's a baby. And her farts. I have no more hair in my nose. Harley's farts has burned all my nose hairs off. I wake up gagging and can't breathe. Now, I heard people pay for farts, right? I heard that. You put it in a jar.
Oh my God, Kimmy.
When they fart, you stir it up, right? I want to video Kimmy a peanut. I'm going to. I'm going. Warpath. It's coming. That is coming. But guys, what do you think? Next time Harley farts, if I grab her fart and sell it, fart for sale. Poor dog. What do you mean, poor dog? It was. I have no more. Stop feeding her beans.
True. Yeah.
I did feed her some bean soup, what was left. And yeah, that night, 24 hours, it was rough. The whole trailer was, it was bad. Eyes were burning a lot. Okay, off to Harley's farts. But I hear there's some pretty bad weirdos that buy farts. Yes. I got a young lady here. She's in her 20s. And farts for sale. She will send you her farts as I sell them to Harley Farts. I hear people do buy them. I'm sorry. Bad joke. It's a thought, though. Okay, put a wig on her. Yeah, I know. Okay, guys, it's going on 2 hours, 16 minutes. Thank you for putting up with me for 2 hours and 16 minutes. WJ, Daniel, Mr. Pork, thank you for coming. Thank you.
No problem, Kimmy.
And then let me know what days work better so I can do the gross foods. The only reason why I'm not freezing them, because they're maybe a couple bites each. He bought me little things so I don't throw away 3/4 of it. And they're already thawed. And I don't know if they were frozen before or thawed. You can't refreeze it. So I have, okay, Harley. Yeah, Harley wants to sit on my lap. Yeah, she's my baby. So that I don't know. Yeah, Harley, don't push the laptop, sweetheart. Harley, don't. Yep, she's laying on my lap. Okay. She's telling me it's time to get off. So that's why I'm squeezing these thawed gross foods out this week because and I have no idea. I know one. Anyway, you will see. It'll be a surprise. And then I have pig stomach in the deep freeze waiting for when you guys want to see that. Give me a couple weeks after handling the gross foods that my son just brought and gave me today. So in the middle of the week, I'll have gross foods, and then Friday I will have Mr. Pork, if you want to give your vegetable soup. If you don't, that's fine. Or beef stew or whatever. We were going to do fry bread. So if you guys want to join us with the fry bread, the ingredients is on my okay.
We'll post it on both channels.
What?
We'll post it on your channel.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Pork will go live before long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warpath should be over for dinner. For the gross foods or for the beef stew? I can cook. Let me tell you, I can cook. I just, gross foods. I don't see a lot of people do it on YouTube. And that's, honey, you're going to, sweetheart. No, you're going to knock over my soda. No. That's why I do it, because I don't see too many people eat gross foods. That's supposed to be foods. You know what I mean? Like Peaches eats her poo-poo and put her once a month on her face. You know. Okay. Oh, I love Harley. She's just wants me to get off. She's what? Anyway, I love you. Love you, love you, love you. I gotta go. Harley's being Harley. And yes, Harley, move. I can't see you. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for coming. And if I would do gross foods and Native American bread with a spooky skinwalkers. All right. Give you a kiss. Give you a hug from Redneck Grandma to you. Love you guys. Pew, pew, meow, meow, woof, 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 pew, pew.